We know that it's now harder to refinance your mortgage, yet staying loyal to your lender is costing you thousands each year. So how do you switch loans without the risk of getting rejected?
For her insights and advice, we're joined now by Marissa Schultz, Director with Rise High Financial Solutions. I beg your pardon. Marissa is with us now. How are you? Good morning.
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us again. Now,
nobody likes to be rejected, do they? So why take the risk of rejection by looking to switch your mortgage?
Look, in the current credit environment, it's really important that you protect your credit score. So obviously being rejected is a fear that people have when they are looking at refinancing their mortgage. But there are steps that you can take to eliminate and significantly reduce the risk of being rejected. If you work with a great mortgage broker who can actually make sure they calculate everything about your situation before you actually apply for the loan, you can make sure that you're in the best position to ensure that you're not going to be rejected. And there's a lot of great reasons why you would consider refinancing. As the audience has just heard, unfortunately the reality today is that banks don't reward loyalty and they are offering new customers cheaper interest rates. So obviously one of the great reasons to refinance is the money that you can save, but there are actually many more reasons why consumers consider refinancing in the current environment, and they can range from anything from ensuring that they can do what they want to do. So that might include wanting to access some equity or maximise their borrowing capacity. There's such a variance between the different lenders at the moment with what they will and won't do from a credit policy perspective, that your current bank may not be the right bank for you based on what you want to achieve. So there's lots of reasons why you'd consider refinancing. It's not just about saving money, but obviously saving money is a great reason to consider refinancing.
It's difficult because especially perhaps older Australians are used to having that loyal connection with one bank for their lifetime. But if they do decide to swap and they can see the benefits for that, what are some of the costs involved?
Yeah, look, there is costs involved in refinancing because there's definitely, discharge fees charged by your outgoing lender, and there might be establishment fees or setup fees from the new lender. So it's important to understand these fees. And on average, it does vary between lenders and depending on what your loan structure is, but on average we see the fees being between $700 and $1,500 per loan or per security to refinance. Now, what borrowers should do is they should make sure that they've taken these costs into consideration when they're determining whether they're going to be better off from the refinance. And obviously, you would only proceed with a refinance application if it's going to put you in a better position. So that's obviously, something that needs to be taken into consideration when deciding if it's right for you.
What about break fees? How much can they set you back?
Yeah, so if you're currently in a fixed loan, the bank can charge what they call break fees. And unfortunately, these can sometimes be quite large. Although in recent times, as a mortgage broker myself, I've seen that break fees haven't been that high, to be honest. And often you can actually call your bank and find out what the break costs are. And surprisingly, it's been making sense for a lot of customers in fixed rate loans to actually break those loans and refinance because of the money they're saving by doing so. So just because you're in a fixed rate loan doesn't mean that it's going to be too expensive to refinance. It doesn't cost anything to find out what the break costs are. So that's the first step, and your mortgage broker can help you in that process. And once you find out what the break costs are, once again, you just include them in your calculation to determine whether refinancing is the right thing for you.
In general, is there a good time that you should look at refinancing rather, either in the length of your loan or a good time of year like Christmas? Is there any good times?
Look, I think that it's really important in the current environment that people are reviewing their loans on a regular basis. A little bit like you should be reviewing your insurance premiums annually, you should also be reviewing your loans at least annually. I don't recommend refinancing annually, but it is important to keep on top of what your loan interest rate is to ensure that you're always getting a competitive rate. We're finding that we're doing annual reviews for our clients, and we're finding that each year we're able to get them a better rate even by keeping them with their existing bank. So refinancing in terms of saving money, I believe that people should be looking at that at least annually, not necessarily with the intention of refinancing, but making sure they're in a good rate and renegotiating with their current bank or getting their broker to do that, or potentially looking at other options. outside of saving money, refinancing can be a great option to consider when you're looking to make a change in your life. You might be looking to buy an investment property, you might be looking to access some equity from your home for some other purpose. But another area that we're going to start seeing a lot of really good reasons for refinancing is we're seeing a lot of consumers that are getting to the end of their interest-only periods and their current bank will not continue the interest-only term. So if they've got an investment property that they want to have continued to be on interest-only basis, they may have to look at another bank to enable them to get another renewed interest-only period. We're also seeing people looking at refinancing so that they can extend the term of their loan. So whilst the current term of their loan might be, you know, a 20-year or 15-year term, they might want to extend that out again so that they can actually reduce the amount of repayments that they're making and save some cash flow. So there's a lot of reasons why you'd consider refinancing, and it's basically based on your personal situation and what's right for you and the right time to refinance for yourself. So I do recommend that borrowers are reviewing their facilities regularly.
Well, we've just looked at all the pluses as to why you should refinance. What are some of the risks? What are some of the things that might hold you up from doing this?
Yeah, so definitely if you've got a fixed rate loan, you need to make sure that you have understood the break costs before you proceed. The other thing that you need to be aware of is if you currently own more than 80% of the value of the property, and in some areas in Australia, you know, the property values may have reduced since you got your loan, so you need to understand what the value of your security is. If you owe more than 80% and you have previously paid mortgage insurance, you may actually need to repay lender's mortgage insurance if you move to another lender. So that's also something that you want to understand before you proceed. The other thing to be aware of is that with everything going on with the Royal Commission, banks have tightened lending credit policy. So whilst you may have been able to afford the loan, you know, 2 or 3 years ago, potentially it might be a little bit more challenging to actually refinance the debt, even if it's the same debt level and even if your situation hasn't changed or even improved. So one thing that's really important is that you are protecting your credit score and that you're not just jumping into a refinance application without having done your homework, that you are dealing with a very reputable mortgage broker who is going to do all the checks and balances and calculations well before submitting an application, so that if you are going to submit a refinance application, you know exactly what it's going to cost, you know exactly what you're going to save, you know exactly the reasons why you're doing it and why you're going to be better off as a result of it, and you're also very, very, very confident that it is going to be approved by the new lender, because that's really important to ensure that you're protecting your credit rating, which is going to be more important moving forward.
You mentioned the interest-only period, and there's a whole, I'll say, glut of people who are in this situation where they're sort of ending. Now, if they are looking to refinance, a two-pronged question, should they be looking to try to renegotiate, obviously, before that period is due, and, you know, how long should it be? And are there still banks offering in interest-only period terms?
Yes, there are still banks offering interest-only periods, so definitely that is still an option. And we are encouraging our clients to consider looking at their interest-only expiry and dealing with their loan well before their interest-only period expires. So definitely don't leave it to the last minute. You know, if you're looking at your loan now and you know that your interest-only period is going to expire next year or even in 2 years, it's a good opportunity for you to sit down with your mortgage broker and make a plan and decide whether now's the right time to refinance, or at least have a plan to work out how you're going to deal with that facility once the interest-only period is going to expire. Because if you leave it too late, you know, we don't know what the lending policy is going to be in 12 months' time. You know, there could be further changes. So it's important to be proactive when it comes to your mortgages, particularly if you want to retain the interest-only facility for investment properties, for example. It's important to have a proactive approach, have a plan with your mortgage broker, rather than being reactive when it comes time to, you know, deal with that interest-only expiry. So I definitely encourage people to get on top of it early.
And as we discussed earlier, the banks aren't necessarily loyal to us, but is it worth your while to be loyal to the bank? I mean, before you shop yourself around, how hard should you negotiate with your own lender?
Yeah, unfortunately, the reality is that banks don't reward loyalty, and that is a sad situation. But that's the current situation that we face. It is always a good idea to give your current lender the chance to, see if they can reduce your rate. And in many instances, we've been very successful in trying to get our clients better rate reductions with their existing lender. The reality is that you're often going to attract a better rate if you're going through a mortgage broker than if you're dealing with the bank directly, because the bank perceives more of a risk of losing that customer if the customer is dealing with a broker. So, as a broker, we have access to lots of lenders. The banks realise that, and they realise that if we're dealing with the customer, we do have the ability to save the customer money if we're going to move them. So often when we try and get pricing for our clients, we can attract a better rate for them than what they can get themselves.
We've seen, some reduction in values, particularly in the capitals and particularly in Sydney and Melbourne. Can you still refinance if you've got now a negative equity, if that's happened to you and you've obviously bought the property in the last couple of years?
Yeah, so like I said, if your loan is greater than 80% of the value of your property, then if you do refinance, you are likely to have to pay lender's mortgage insurance. And that in itself may make it not... It basically may mean that it's not worthwhile refinancing, but it is still worth doing the calculations. It is still worth exploring, what the other reasons are for refinancing. Like I said earlier, it's not just about saving money. There may be other legitimate reasons to refinance. So maybe paying a little bit of lender's mortgage insurance may be worth it for that client, depending on what they're trying to achieve in that scenario. So it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it, but you should really understand what that cost is going to be before you go down the path of refinancing.
Right, Marie, so Schulz from Rise High Financial Solutions, lots to think about there with refinancing, but yeah, it's sad to know that your loyalty doesn't mean much when it comes to the bank. Thanks so much for your time once again.
Marisa.
Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. Never been an easy decision to sell the property, especially the vendor been living here so many years, especially they're going to leave all the lovely neighbors behind. But we're going to find a new owner to be neighbor with you. Now, the bid is you, 1,145,000. Can confirm bid with you. Thank you very much. And someone asked me, is on the market? We got the fresh instruction from the vendor. Yes, we are on the market. We are selling now at 1,145,000. No further bid. The property will be sold to this family at 1,145,000. And reopen the bid, 1,145,000. Thank you very much. As mentioned to you, such lovely neighbor. I come to do auction every day for you guys. At 1,145,000. First call, 1.145. 1.15. I know you're going to come back. Welcome to you at 1,150,000. 1.15. 1.16 if you like. At 1,150,000. 55. 60. 60. At 1,060,000. At 1,160,000. I didn't forget about you and you. 65, 70, at 70, 75. At 1,170,000. Bid is here. We're on the market. We're selling now. 1.17. Come back to me. At 1,170,000. First call, 1.17. At $1,170,000 now. Second call, 1.17. The bid's here. You've done well so far. I'm sure you come here to buy property. Love to take one more bid from you. Let's try 1.18. Everyone wants to see the lucky number. Give me 1.18. At $1,170,000 now. Second call, 1.17. We're selling now, 1.17. Third and final call, fantastic bidding by the way, 1,170,000. Third and final call, all down, all finished, all silence. Let's try another 5. 72, 75, 75, 77. At 1,175,000. We're selling 1.175. First call, 1.175. At 1,175,000. Second call. Selling now. Third and final call. All done. All finished. Sir, thank you for the bidding. 1,175,000. Let's try one. We haven't come to one yet. At 1,175,000. 76. Come call 76. Yes. $1,000 just a pair of shoes for Ryan. 76, 78, 77, 1 million. Have a good one with you. 78. At 1,177,000. We're selling now. No late bid. By law, we cannot take any late bid. Once hammer hits my hands, the pole will be sold. 1,177,000. First, second, third, and final call. All done, all finished, all silence. Selling now. 1.177. Going. Another one. 78. You haven't tried lucky number yet. 78. Let's do 80. 79. Let's do 80. Yeah. 1,179,000. Lucky number left to you. 1,179,000. Let's do 1.18. You shook your hand last time. Let's one more time. You will not regret. Let's do 1.18. The $1,000 could be the money cost you on the petrol. Look for next one. At 1,179,000, rounding to 1.18. Give last try. Give last shot. We're selling now. 1.179. First, second, bid with you. Almost selling now. 1.179. Third and final call. Going. Going. 1.18. Down. Thank you for the bidding. 1,179,000. Once, twice. Third and final call. Going. Going. We are sold. Congratulations. Congratulations to our underbidders. Thank you for coming to Big Stock Auction.
I feel almost excited for them, Sophie.
I'm excited. That was a great auction. Great work there by the auctioneer Ming Zhu, and a really good result and a good indication of why you should go to auction, everybody.
Yeah, it drives the point to make sure that this property is for sale, bring all of the prospective bidders into one place at one time. After 2 little trips inside to sort of just check how the vendors were going to go with this pricing, 1.179, which is just the upper end of that bracket, which was 1.1 to 1.2 as a price guide on this property. 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car, 805 square metre block of land. Really good result.
Yeah, really good result, especially, I mean, it does indicate a falling market in Melbourne. They had tried to get 1.4 for a little bit earlier in the year and failed at that. It was also the suburb median is 1.3 and it's a bit below that, but a great result there and a great auction. Another beautiful house is in Clarence Gardens. It's currently being auctioned off. We spoke with agent Daniel Richardson a short time ago. He's also the auctioneer and his preamble is getting underway at the moment. But James, you would appreciate the effort they've gone to style this house.
They've done a fantastic job on this home. It's a beautiful place. It's it's got 1950s character home, but it's been renovated beautifully and updated. It's had a little bit of work over the time. The bathrooms are new. The styling is really bang on. It's got beautiful contrast and interest. Like, look at these shots. It looks very contemporary.
I'm
and it's
looking
just
at
not...
these shots.
Are you? Thank you. I hope everyone else at home is you listening. But beautiful. Look at that. That's a cover of a magazine. It's a beautiful home. It's 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-car, and they really have presented the property as beautifully as they can. And the bathroom's fantastic. It's also got a fantastic cherry red roof. Look at that. Cherry red roof. It's had a bit of work done, so really renovated inside and out. And our auctioneer and agent Daniel Richardson lives just around the corner, so he's very proud of this suburb and sees all of its benefits.
Yes, he can see his house from here, but he can't see Russia, but maybe Antarctica in South Australia. Right, we're going to tune into that auction now.
Sorry, 5-10 over here with number 77. Back at you, sir. 10. 10. 10. First right to negotiate's over here at $510,000. 520, welcome number 3. There's 520,000. Back at you, 30 with 77. 40, I'll show you the same courtesy, sir. $540,000 over here with 77. $540,000. First call at 540. Second call, 550, number 3. 560 there. 560 with 34. Thank you very much. 560. I'm only taking 10s at the moment, sir. I'll take you up to 570. Thank you very much. $570,000 over here with 41. 31. My bad. I need those numbers. 570. Sorry, lots of numbers here today. First call with bid of 31. 580 over here, 77. Thank you very much. $580,000 over here with 77. Good strong bidding here today, folks. Remember, last property of this type, last auction for 2018 here, folks. There's not going to be another chance before Christmas. We're at $580,000. 34's at $590. Thanks again. Show you back at 6, sir. $590,000. 34. First call. 32 at 6. We've rounded up to 6. Thank you and welcome back, sir. $600,000 over here with bidder number 30. Huh? 56, you in? 56, we're over here with 32. 600. The boss is confusing me a bit. It's $600,000 over here with 32. $600,000. First call at 6. I'll take you 5, 34. Show it number 5 back again. 610 with 56. So 605 and 610 over here with 56. 615 over here with 34. $615,000 with bidder number 34 over here. First call at 615. 620. 25. 30. I'm over here. Tough decision to let a property like this go. Got to call it down. First call with bidder number 34 at $625,000. Second call. Welcome to the bidding. We'll take a 5 there, sir. Yes, sir. 630. Thank you very much. Yep, thank you. 37. $630,000. 37. Good strong bidding here today, folks. Number 5 here. 635 with 34. Same courtesy. 635. Keys are over here right now. 5. 40. 45. 40,000 over here. 37, we've got you, sir. You're the highest bidder at the moment. $640,000. First call. I'll take a 2.5 if you like. Second call with 37. Third and final call. 40 over here. Welcome back to, welcome to the bidding, should I say, number 78. Quiet until the last moment there. 645,000. 645. $645,000. First call with bidder number 78. Second call, 78 over here. Back at you again. We've rounded it up to 650. Number 5. 50 over here, keys. 37. 650. First call. Over here. Second call. We are selling here today, folks. Make no mistake. Third and final call. I'll take what you like at the moment. 50, a 2? 52. 52. Show you the same courtesy, sir. Take us up to 54. 4, 6. 54 over here, 654. 54 singles. Death by 1,000 paper cuts, but I can go singles. 655 over here. 56. 56. 57. Rounded up to 60. 57. That's the way it goes. 57. I don't know what's mean, listening to me talk more or, you know, anything else. Single over here, 58, 59. 59. 60. 60. Singles. Come on, give me a 10. Someone knock someone out, will you, for crying out loud. $660,000. I've got to start calling it down. First call with 660 over here at number 37. Second call with number 37. Great strong bidding here today, folks. Am I selling? Fair warning, buyers. 660, nice round number. The birds are chirping. Oh, 62 over here with number 78. Thank you for the heart attack, sir. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I'll show you the same, sir. 664, you like? 4? 3? 3s? I'll take what you like at this stage. 4? 5? 665. All right, 665. We had good, strong bidding here today, folks. Let's not waste any more time. If there's any further bidding. First call over here with 78. Great buying here in Clarence Gardens. Second call, 78 over here. Third and final call at 665. And we are selling. We are selling. Oh, triple sixes. It's okay, mate. I've got my pacemakers racing at 1,000,000 miles an hour. It's complete. You keep throwing in those singles, sir. I like it. I love it. So, triple six with 37. 7. I can't end my year on that number. I'm sorry. It's not happening. 68. 68. We're over here. 668. The keys are over here right now, sir. 668. First call with bidder number 78. $668,000. First, second, third and final call. Are you all done? You all done, sir? Thank you for your bidding today and welcome to the neighbourhood. Sold. Well done. Folks, look, thank you very much for your attendance here today.
Wow, what a great auction. It's almost bordering on very high entertainment, Daniel Richardson.
I think he was having as much fun as we were.
I think I was having fun watching him.
Yeah.
Really good result. The price guide for that was $545, just to remind you all at home, in case you weren't listening when you should have been. But 666. Nothing negative about that number anymore for this lucky vendor and this purchaser.
Yeah.
Really great result for that that home, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-car, and a beautiful view of his house from there, not far away.
Stop it. I think you missed my point.
No, I'm fine. It's good.
He said earlier, I can see my house from here, which reminded me of the Sarah Palin line.
Right.
I can see Russia from my house.
Right.
And then I said, well, you wouldn't see Russia from Adelaide, but you might see Antarctica.
I love...
Look, somebody out there was with me on that.
It wasn't
Not
me.
you.
But I love that qualification. Really good result, wasn't it?
You shouldn't have to explain a joke that much.
Really good result. 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-car to the brand new owners, just in time for Christmas with that beautiful cherry red roof. Loved it.
Talking a lot about roof colours.
I love it. I notice I am.